Moving on to Pope Francis in America. Right now, the Pope is at the Basilica in Washington, D.C., where he is celebrating a canonization mass. Here is a live look. Some 25,000 worshipers are receiving communion at this service. Earlier today, thousands of people lined the streets of our nation's capital to catch a glimpse of the Pope. At the White House, the pontiff did not shy away from tough issues.
American Catholics are committed to building a society which is truly tolerant and inclusive, to safeguarding the rights of individuals and communities, and to rejecting every form of injustice, discrimination.
Well, some Tampa Bay politicians were in the crowd at the White House for this historic event today, and Jen Lee caught up with the Tampa mayor. She joins us now in Washington.
Good evening from Washington. Mayor Bob Buckhorn had a pretty incredible vantage point to see the pontiff today, and he says he wouldn't have missed it for the world. So you were on the White House lawn when the Pope arrived this morning. What was that like?
It was an amazing experience. I mean, as a Catholic, there was a spiritual component to it, but just to be there to watch this Pope, particularly this Pope, take his first steps onto the White House lawn and on his first visit to the United States, with all of the ceremony and the pomp and the circumstances and the crowd. I mean, it was really one of the coolest things I've ever done, and I've had the chance to do a lot of fun things.
This Pope spoke about some of the hot topics that many predicted he would talk about. What was your takeaway about some of his messages?
Well, the difference is it's not grounded in partisan rhetoric. It's grounded in humility. It's grounded in the tenets of the Catholic faith. I mean, there's nothing political about taking care of this earth. There's nothing political about treating your fellow man like you would want to be treated. There's nothing political about, income inequality. And so his humble approach to it, without the trappings and without all the harsh language, I think resonates, and I think that's why he's so popular, and I think it's why a lot of elected officials in this city should pay a little more attention to him.
Among the topics the Pope took on today, climate change, which he says is an urgent problem that can no longer be left to future generations. He also said that he's happy to be in a country largely built by immigrant families, and he promised that he will not sidestep issues that divide America. As for Mayor Buckhorn, he is on a plane right now, headed back to Tampa. That's the latest from Washington. Back to you.
And we have even more in-depth coverage of the Pope's visit to America on our free News Channel 8 app, so feel free to download it. We will have complete coverage all this week as America welcomes Pope Francis. Jen Lee will be following him every step of the way, and she will share this historic trip with you during every newscast on News Channel 8 this week.